Hostess Club members, this is Sarah with StinkingCuteCards.com, and I have your July cards ready, and I'm going to demonstrate the 3 cards that we did at Hostess Club so that you can enjoy my happy place remotely, and you can see the cards that we did in July here. You will be getting your card kits shortly. I've got them all packaged and ready to go, and as soon as I have the videos ready for you, I will send them in the mail. So the first card that we did at club was this card right here. Quite often I'll have customers and friends ask me, where do you get all your ideas? And one of the things that I usually can do, I'm probably not the most creative stamper out there, but what I can do is I can take a card and change it up to use the product that we have, the colors that we have, the designer paper. So this was a card that I had was my starting point. This was a card that was in the Watercolor Wishes card kit that debuted last year, and I really liked it. It was cute, it was easy, it was simple, and kind of fun. So what I did was I went ahead and created a card that was similar using some other product to replicate it and use it for Hostess Club. So this is what the outside looks like. This is what the inside looks like. We're using a couple of different stamp sets and some different products. So let's go ahead and get started with this one. All right, so the first thing that we are going to do is I'm going to use the brush stroke background stamp, and we are going to go ahead and ink that up with the Pool Party ink. What I'm going to have you do is go ahead and ink that whole background stamp up, and then use a piece of white cardstock. I am just going to go ahead and stamp my stripes across the top there. Then what we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and run some cardstock. I'm going to use the new Flirty Flamingo cardstock and one of the Thinlit dies that we have. I really like that smaller Hello, but I didn't have something that was small like that, so I went ahead and used the Hello Thinlit die, and that comes with several different sayings. It comes with let's see here, it comes with happy, you, hello, and thanks. So we're just going to use the hello and going to go ahead and run it through the Big Shot. Now, as you noticed, I often have an inside on my cards. This is what our inside will look like. And what I can do is I ran the inside piece. This is a 3" by 4 1/4" inch piece of cardstock, and I ran that through the Big Shot first. I used the hello and to get that, and then when I go ahead and stamp my saying and cover it up, you would never know that I used that hello from my background there. And quite often that's a great way to extend the use of your cardstock and get more bang for your buck. So we're going to go ahead and use the hello, and we are going to use the fine tip glue pen. With this kind of stuff, less is more. You really don't want to use a lot. Like they told the kindergartners, ... not a lot. And I am really truly only using a little bit here. And add that right there to my card, 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. And we're going to set that aside for now. Okay, now it's time to go ahead and create my flowers. I am going to use the stamp set called Petite Petals. This was a fun stamp set, and it also has a coordinating petal punch here. A coordinating petal punch, the stamp set and the petal punch. I'm going to use the Delightful Dijon stamp pad, and I'm just going to quickly stamp 2 of the polka dot pansies here. And we're just going to use that punch to punch it upside down. Okay, and then if you'll notice on my card, I have a couple of I have one of the Pool Party solid, and I am going to just punch 2 of these leaves, 2 petals, because what they're going to be is the leaves. And using our snail. All right, and using the snail, I'm just going to add a little glue right here and use that as leaves for my petals. And we're just going to go ahead and set that aside. Now the next thing that I'm going to use is I'm going to use the flowers from another stamp set. And we're going to use the Flirty Flamingo and the Rose Red. Now, when you are two-step, back in the old days, we used to say, go ahead and stamp your light image first and then your dark stamp when you're doing the two-step stamping. But with these new photopolymer stamps, what I found that it works really quite easy if you go ahead and stamp your dark image first, because then it gives you a point of reference to go ahead and stamp your lighter image. And then I'm going to use the coordinating punch, and we're just going to punch out those little flowers. I am going to need 4 of those, I believe. All right, and then the next thing that I'm going to demonstrate for you is I'm just going to use the little matte pack. What I have found that's really quite fun is if you take like a pen tip or something and just go ahead and push it right in the center of your flower, it will give you, your petals will round up quite nicely. Now you can do one of 2 things to attach your image to your card. You can use glue dots. I really like glue dots. What they do is they just provide a nice, and we can use snail. On these, I would like to use a little bit of, I would like to use a dimensional. I'm just going to add those right to the back. Stick that one there. We're going to stick this one. There we go. So I've got the 4 little flowers put on there. I've had my blue, I've had my pansy punches, and then it's just a matter of embellishing it. One of the things that I wanted to do is I am going to go ahead and add some pearls to our small flowers. A lot of times I'll just use the lid of my scissors tip or the poker tool. Okay. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and add a couple more up here. Then what we're going to do is we're just going to add some sequins. These were some extras that were in the Paper Pumpkin kit. I think it was actually in February of 2016. And we're just going to go ahead and add some of these. They kind of are, they look like Watermelon Wonder. A couple different ways to attach your sequins. My favorite lately has been to use the glue dots. I just like the way it looks. It's easy and it's not messy. The other thing that you can use that works really quite well too is the new fine tip glue pen. Both of those work quite well. Last but not least, I need to add my my little banner, and I am going to be using the stamp set that is Crazy About You, and we'll be using the flower in another card this week. So I'm just going to add the little sunshine. And again, we're going to use my favorite punch that has been discontinued, the banner punch. Please, Stampin' Up, bring us this back. And then just go ahead and add it right to my card front here. And add the sunshine on my shoulder. It looks a little crooked, so. All right, let's reposition that because I think it's crooked and it would have bothered me. Let's go ahead and add that right there. All right, then I just have a 8.5 by 5.5 sheet of cardstock that I have went ahead and scored at 4 1/4. I'm going to make that my card base. There is the card front, and no card should be naked on the inside. So we're going to go ahead and use that piece of paper that I was talking about, that hello. And we are going to use the designer tin of cards. The last one that we're going to use is the designer tin of cards. And I am going to ink up this stamp. I've got 3 different stamps from that set. And we're just going to go ahead and add that right there. Lovely. And cover our hello. It's a great way to make your cardstock go a little bit further. And then we're going to add it to the inside of our card. And there you have card number 1. Outside, inside, stamp sets, petite petals with a coordinating punch. We have designer tin of cards. Crazy About You. I used the sunshine, and we're going to use the flower on a different card. And of course, last but not least, the brushstroke stamp set. So that is your very first card for the July Hostess Club. We're so glad that you could join us. And if you have any questions about joining my Hostess Club, visit me at stinkingcutecards.com. Thanks.